We're pleased to present Mary Ann Esposito with the Service to Community Award. Thank you, Mary Ann. Please come forward to receive your award. And I seize the podium to Mary Ann.
Thank you, Dean. I'm very pleased to be here, and I've practiced her last name so many times I don't even want to tell you. Graduates of the class of 2019, you own this day. And you owe this day to those who have encouraged you along the way. One word comes to mind to honor you today: awesome. And one question comes to mind as well: what's next? It's not that we are celebrating where you have come from or what you have done, but where you are going and what you will do. The makeup of the class of 2019 is composed of diverse ages, courses of study, and life experiences. Many of you have been around the college circuit before. So I have been thinking about what to say to you since last February, when I received the invitation to be your speaker. That thought brought me back to my own graduate school experience at age 50. Yes, it took me 6 years to get my master's, but that was because I had family commitments and could only manage a part-time load. Most of my fellow classmates were much younger than me, and I feared that I would not fit in, keep up, or be able to dedicate the necessary time for research and study, but I reasoned that we were all on a level playing field, working towards a degree, and the only competition I really had to face was myself. And being older, I had the advantage of rear view perspective. Some of my classmates were naive to think that once that diploma was theirs, life would be an easy ride. But really, a diploma is just the ticket to ride the bumpy, surprising, and uncertain up and down road of life. Maybe some of you have faced difficult challenges and discouragements, but that may have bought you a ticket to a place that you could otherwise not go. So why did I do it? Why did I have to do it? It's not that my life was not a fulfilling one, but rather that curiosity got the best of me, just as it did for you. It's why you are here. Your degree is a result of that curiosity to discover, uncover, and apply valuable knowledge as citizens of the world. I look at all of you as risk takers with unique talents, but sometimes it is hard to fully recognize and utilize those talents because we may fear the F word, failure. Without risk, there is no way of knowing what could have been. Think of some of the biggest risk takers we know of. Elon Musk is a risk taker, and look where it took him. Neil Armstrong was a risk taker, and look where it took him. Captain Sully Sullenberger was a risk taker, and look where it took him. Sandra Day O'Connor was a risk taker, and look where it took her. Every day, people from all over the world are risking their lives to come to America because they want the freedom and opportunities that an education such as yours provides to achieve what you have achieved here today. And we are all the beneficiaries of risk takers who have believed in and demanded more from themselves. So what did I risk in 1989 when I had the audacity to think that I could persuade an entity like the Public Broadcasting System, better known as PBS, to take a chance on me when I had the lofty idea of launching a national series devoted to regional Italian food and culture? I risked failure, financial loss, rejection, and it was that fear of rejection, of believing that I was not good enough for such a media giant as PBS that fueled my doubts and hesitations. So I stood back and took a mental stock of what my abilities and passions were and what I believed I could do with them. The ability to teach and communicate with a deep need to share. And that led me down the road I find myself on now. Today, we are keenly aware of the power of social media to bring new meaning to the word instant. When someone with a great idea, a new product, a personal ideology can influence millions with just one powerful click. But that was impossible in 1989. How could a cooking show have such power and change not only taste buds, but also the ability to motivate people to change their lives in ways that I could not even begin to imagine? One of my favorite examples of this was a letter that I received from a young man suffering from AIDS, who wrote that with his diagnosis, he had lost the will to live and spent most of his time curled up on a sofa, mindlessly channeling through the TV until he came upon Ciao Italia. And for him, it changed his attitude. Here was something that caught his attention, interested him. He wrote to say that I had given him a new purpose and a reason for hope. A prisoner in a correctional facility also wrote to say that he signed up to work as a line cook in the prison mess hall after being inspired by Ciao Italia. On another occasion, not so long ago, I was asked to teach a cooking class for homeless individuals at the Pine Street Inn here in Boston. The class was composed of all men, and my initial sense of meeting them was that they did not want to be there, and they wanted to test me. I needed to make the class fun, loosen their hesitation a bit, give them confidence, and well, I got them talking to one another, asking questions, and before I could say risotto, they were all making their own and having a feeling of accomplishment. These examples were uplifting for me because it wasn't just about the food, but how food can be a powerful connector. Amen. You, graduates of the class of 2019, have the power to examine, explore, excite, enjoy, and enrich not only your life, but the lives of others. And you will never really know the full measure and power of your life's work. British Prime Minister Winston Churchill once said, "We make a living by what we get. We make a life by what we give." So ask yourself this question: what is of value to me, and what really matters? What am I willing to give back? My love of teaching took me via the PBS series here to Boston University's Metropolitan campus, where I have happily taught regional Italian foods for almost 30 years to students enrolled in the Culinary Arts program, and 2 years ago, a distance course was added to that program. This past year, I gave back through my foundation to Boston University's Gastronomy and Culinary Arts program, awarding grants to students who show excellence in the world of food study. If I had not taken that risk in 1989, none of this would have been possible. So love what you do, and do what you love. And don't ever forget to give back. It will set your soul on fire, I promise. Lastly, I want to leave you with these wonderful words of Robert Frost, who wrote in his iconic poem, The Road Not Taken, "Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference." Class of 219, I urge you to take that road less traveled by and make a difference. Congratulations.